Hello, beautiful spirit. Yes, come through. Welcome to another episode of Come Through, where I cover all things, sharing a little bit of my life, my experience, as well as helping you to keep in connection with current energies. And so today, I missed, I will say, I missed the full moon in Capricorn. I was in full blown enjoyment of it. Actually, I was actually in Chicago. So, your girl, once again, on that road traveling, San Francisco for my 18th year anniversary. And also Chicago to help celebrate an 80th birthday. So, shout out to Uncle Henry on that one. And I was so blessed. And thank you again for Miss Brenda for allowing me to sing at your request at last. It was such a beautiful moment, but that was why I was missing in action. And also, so we are now in Mercury Retrograde, if you don't know. And me being who I am, I knew to flow with it. And so I tried to record, I made an effort to record the full moon and Capricorn reading in my hotel room while I was in Chicago on the weekend of the moon. And unfortunately, my sound wouldn't work. Not at all. But again, Nadira is always ready. Your clarity queen. Always know how to flow. I had to accept and move on and stay in the moment of the celebratory weekend because it was a 3-day event. Oh, Lord. And I had a ball. I had a blast. I'm now back at home, reacclimating myself. And I decided that since I didn't get a chance to do a reading for the full moon in Capricorn, that's all right. We're going to do the current energy right now. And ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, Buttercup. Today is the first official day of Mercury Retrograde. Yay. Am I by myself? Do I hear crickets? I don't know. Anyway, but that's okay. And as we always know, we always experience this, every so often. And so we just acknowledge and be aware of certain things that need to be happening. So I made sure to focus this reading on how to best work with Mercury retrograde and the current energy of right now, with Cancer season being almost on its last leg. We're shifting to Leo, and that is funny because that is what Mercury retrograde is in retrograding in the sign of Leo. Yes. And so we are also, I do believe, in Aries moon right now. I think we're in the top degrees of Aries moon. I can check on that. But either way it goes, we are surrounded right now with some fire in some main planets, personal planets. And so with that, it's time. It's go time. I'm recording this on Friday. I'm so great. Yep. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are officially in Aries moon, my dear. And so we're going to flow with that. And it's all right. And with this Mercury retrograde, and guess what? It's going to be all right. Come through. Yeah. All right. So without further ado, my dear, this message is for you on how best to work with this wonderful current energy of being in Cancer. Shout out to all the Cancerian brothers and sisters out there that are celebrating birthdays today. Shout out to my cousin Dewan. Yes, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dewan. Happy birthday to you. Come through. Only getting that personal shout out. Him and my husband. That's about it. And myself. Come through. But anyway, yes. So with that energy, and this Mercury retrograde in Leo, let's go. First up, as always, we start with the tarot cards. And I've been working with these again. These are my old faithful. These were one of my first decks of cards that I had. And so I love working back with these. These are called the Psychic Tarot. And so the first one up is 7. Stand your ground. The color is purple, so it's 7 of Wands. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. I love the pictures. I do, because they tell you a whole lot. You see this warrior person standing their ground. They have their wand, their staff in their hand, facing this luminary, fiery energy. Remember, wands are fire energy. You see that this person, I mean, literally has a warrior stance, ready for battle, standing his ground. And so with the Seven of Wands, the person in the card has been in battle. He's been fighting. The previous cards, he's been in a competition. He's been going at it. He's still at war. But no matter what, he's standing your ground. He's standing his ground. Okay, we're going to put this all together. There's also ace of swords. Come through. Triumphant success. Triumphant success. I love this. With the ace coming out of the ground, holding the sword. Oh my goodness, I love that. That's grounded energy. You know what that reminds me of? Emotional intelligence. I just had a conversation with someone about emotional intelligence today. But it's the perfect blend of being connected mentally as well with your heart. And it's a grounded energy, but it also brings about a logic. Now, there was a lot of tarot in these cards. We also have six of, this will be pentacles, 6 of pentacles, okay? Material and spiritual prosperity. Yes, come through. I love it. 6, material and spiritual prosperity. We also have 11, balance. 3 of Pence, recognition and reward. And lastly, underneath the deck, we have 6 of swords, moving on. Ooh, come through. Let's start back again with this stand your ground. My dear, Cancer season is connected to, they're considered the moon childs. Cancers is connected to moon energy, divine feminine energy. And with that comes a very emotional, receptive, intuitive, because it's still a water sign, energy. And so, my dear, if you are feeling affected by it, it's okay. You are not alone. A lot of people, including myself, have been on emotional highs and lows, a lot of nostalgic memories, again, always with my mom, being because Cancer is that kind of watery, nostalgic, always remembering things. And again, connecting to divine feminine energy. It could be aunties, mothers, grandmothers. It doesn't matter. A mentor, a friend, an auntie. It does not matter. It's just bringing together a connectedness. Is more heart open and receptive and closeness. And so because of that, there will be moments of I wouldn't say conflict, but more so wanting your feelings or wanting your opinion to be acknowledged. And so there are moments when you might feel that are you butting heads with someone and you feel that you have to hold your ground and stand your ground. My dear, it's okay. Hold on to standing your ground, to your opinion, to your viewpoint of something. Because there is triumphant success. Remember, we have an ace. Aces always bring new starts, new beginnings. And because this ace is associated with sword energy, the mental aspect of our lives, we now need to fight or go in a battle against an obstacle or a person with our logical mind, with our words, with our thoughts. Okay, this isn't the time to just pop off, you ready to fight, and let's get at it. No. There are ways of handling so many things. And I really believe that this generation has to learn to work with communication, because that's what swords are all about. Communication, using your mouth, using your mental to get things with clarity. And keep in mind, because this is Mercury retrograde, and we have a whole month of dealing with this, because even though it kicked off today, this Thursday, we always had a shadow side. I believe that's why my computer wouldn't work at the hotel and I couldn't get sound to do my recording for the full moon in Capricorn. But again, what did I have to do? Get logical about it, relax. If I don't have any sound, I can't make a video, and it's okay. I have to stay in the moment. And guess what? I had so much fun. I had so much fun staying in the moment. And that, my dear, is a beautiful thing when you can do that. I met up with a girlfriend. She came to visit, and it was magic when I stayed in the moment. And so I bring this up because it helps you to navigate a lot easier, because you can choose to be frustrated when something's not going through. And then I had another situation where emails that I was sending out in invoices to be paid for services that I had given wasn't going through. And for some reason, I couldn't understand why my invoice was, why the lady was having issues with my invoice. Once again, was it happening during shadow side of Mercury retrograde? Yeah. Was it a bit frustrating? Yeah. But I had to breathe and let it go. And know that I will receive my payment at its most perfect and opportune time. Why? Because I know more payments are coming. So it wouldn't be wise of me to stress over this one payment when I know I am a firm believer that God, universe, source has me, and it takes care of my basic needs always. And so with that mindset, I can breathe and I could use my logic to make logical decisions on how to navigate, how best to communicate, how to rescind, how to be more detailed during this Mercury retrograde. Please, please, please. There is no such thing as overdoing something. If you are sharing information, whether it's dates, locations, places, whatever the information is, go beyond, tell the time, reiterate, ask for, please send a confirmation that you received this email, this letter, this phone call, whatever, this text message. All right. Be thorough as possible working with this Mercury retrograde and this emotional energy and Cancer come through. Yeah. We also had, and why? Because we have 6 of Pentacles. Pentacles, and remember, is associated with the earth energy. Okay. So those are, it could be our money, what things of value, things of substance, physical in the physical world. And so we have material and spiritual prosperity. My dears, when we stay in alignment, let me say that one more time. When we stay in alignment, we keep an open door of great opportunities and possibilities that can come flooding in at the most craziest and synchronistic ways. They just happen. My dear, I am happy to announce that I am singing live music and performing on August 1st and August 29th at the Oaks Club in Valencia. So if you are in Southern California and you are in the area of Valencia, please come and check me out. It is a private club, but all you have to do is RSVP. So you already know, send me an email, hit my website. I will be plugging a event in my website, RSVP, and I look forward to seeing you there. I'll be there from 6 to 9 singing jazz, neo soul, all kinds of blues. I'll be singing all kinds of music. Now, and that's August 1st and the 29th. And on August 3rd, I'll be teaching another free session of yoga at the same place, the Oaks Club. And the same rules apply. You have to RSVP because it is a private club. Okay. The point of why I'm bringing this up is because when I could have been frustrated over this, that, invoices or people or whatever situation that can come up, because it's life be life. But I know there would be no reason to allow my blood pressure to go up. For what? For what? Obviously, if I didn't get there at 7, I wasn't meant to be there at 7. If I was stuck in traffic at this time, obviously I wasn't supposed to be there, maybe because it could have prevented me from having an accident or being a part of an accident. I couldn't record on the full moon of Capricorn because I was busy packing, getting prepared for my own trip and stay present and had a ball. I'm bringing these situations up because either way it goes, and no place, everywhere I went, I met someone. It opened up a new opportunity. It opened up somebody else to meet, and it opened up another blessing or door to open to be able to share my talents, my gifts with other people because I stayed in alignment. And so you too, my dear, material and spiritual prosperity is here for the taking for you, my dear, when you can utilize your logic, great decision making and planning, being open to new possibilities, new beginnings, new projects, and by standing your ground, having your core values of what you believe, what your intentions are, and staying focused on it. But I know this for a fact. Up next was 11, balance. All things in this life requires what? Moderation and balance. Now, technically, this is the Justice card. The Justice card. Now, the Justice card traditionally lets you know that legally, if anybody is going through, if you or someone you know is going through some legal issues, justice is here to be served. Karma is here to be served. So either way you're in an argument with someone, be fair, be clear, and know that it is not your job to dole out some, I'm going to get them back, I'm going to get my leg back. That's not your job. This is your job. I'm going to let that go because I know karma, my spiritual team got this. And I don't have time to waste energy, my personal mental space. Remember, we're dealing with the mental, for foolishness. It's wasted time and wasted energy when you could be very productive, living your best life, preparing yourself for your next opportunity or unlimited possibilities, when we can let go of again, something that is fleeting, something that, look, they'll still be arguing with whoever they want to argue with because that's the mindset that they're on. My question to you is, where's your mindset? Where's your mental? Where's your emotional? Where's your emotional intelligence? Where does it lie? The choice is yours, my dear. Always know the choice is yours. But this is a good time. Jupiter is actually in Cancer. It's transiting Cancer right now. So hear me when I said I was enjoying Jupiter in Gemini. It just did its transit in the middle of June. It's in Cancer right now. And guess what? My natal chart, my Jupiter is in Cancer. Honey, everything I touch is gold, right? So I'm embracing that. And my dears, if you do not know what your natal chart looks like or where your planet placements are, holler at your girl. That's what I'm here for. You know I got it. That's what I'm here for. I would give you a video breakdown of everything that's going on with your planets, when's the best time. I will give dates and so forth on how to best work your personal magic, because one recipe is not for everyone, my dear. But let's get your recipe together so you know when you blossom. Because, honey, it's winning season for me. I'm enjoying this Jupiter in Cancer. And if you don't know, you need to find out, my dear, so you can come and get in this winning circle as well. Yeah, it's coming through. All right. Moving on. So again, about being balanced, staying balanced. There's a lot going on, like I said, emotionally. And three, I'm glad this came up. Rewards. What is this? Recognition and rewards. 3 of Pentacles. I love that this person is in a state of supplication. Let's say supplication, kneeling, acknowledgement. I love the goal that's coming up from the head. But it's a moment of taking a moment to center oneself and ground. I made this comment today during my women's meeting. I met with my group of women, my women's group today. Shout out to the women in touch, come through. Shout out to my lean in sisters. I love them. And so there were 2 events today. One for the members and the evening event. Shout out to Miss Kathleen Keneally for her event today. She's my acupuncturist and I love it. And she did well today, come through in hosting her event. So shout out to her. She has a wonderful podcast as well. So check that one out. in the element, I believe it's called, yeah, in your element, come through. But Three of Pentacles also brings about collaboration or working together. And I've also known when I'm working together with it doesn't matter which group of women I'm working with, either group are great spaces for me to network, to talk with, to connect to decompress, and understand that even though I may feel like I'm alone in certain emotional states, I talk to them and understand that I'm not. It's a reminder. And know that sometimes you can go a lot further when you tap into your tribe. I just thought about this too. July 27th, I just got invited to be a part of as a vendor for an event that's happening July 27th in Baldwin Hills. If you're in the Baldwin Hills area, there's a wonderful event. And again, I'll put the information on my website, but it's a holistic, what is it called? But it's a holistic spiritual approach, and I love it. I'm gonna make sure to put the name of the event there in my website. But the point that I'm bringing up is recognition and reward brings about a time when collaboration can bring together a wonderful reward of such. But no matter what is being rewarded to you and given to you and gifted to you, you must take the time to celebrate your wins. This was the message I gave to this morning of my women's group. Spirit was on my heart. People were releasing what was on their mind, what's currently happening. And one of the things that I have noticed for myself and with others, there's been a lot of earthly transitions that have happened. A lot of people have passed and moved on to their next level of life or rebirth, or however you see transitioning is for you. And one of the things I have learned is this: life is precious. It's fleeting. We don't know when we're leaving up out of here. And so it's always best to honor the gift of being here, being present, being able to experience a lot of things, of whether it's sight, hearing, tasting, these little minute things that a lot of times we forget that, wow, it is a blessing to be able to walk a flight of stairs without having needing assistance or a cane or taking a break to breathe. These little small things are actually big things if we actually paid attention to those. Being able just to sleep in a bed is a beautiful thing. But I say, I'm going to the straight extreme, but I say all of that to say, please remember to celebrate your wins. Whatever you're striving for or working towards is a beautiful thing. Keeps you motivated. But please take the time to stop and celebrate where you have come from, how far along you've been. I had to take a moment to celebrate how far I've been. I remember when I was singing in clubs and events and jazz events and all kinds of things in Chicago. I came to California and I stopped. I stopped to focus on my acting. Now, with the way things happen with the strike, and a lot of things have extremely changed in the dynamics of acting, it's not like it used to be. Some things have truly changed. Well, what happened? I had to re-navigate my life, think about some things, and allow new opportunities to flow to me. And it so happened that singing and yoga came back hard, strong. And I'm grateful for that. I'm open to that. And so I'm taking the time to actually say, wow, I even had to thank my husband for the years that he invested in my beliefs, of taking the lessons, of taking the classes, the courses, the voice training, and never said a word, about anything. He just wanted me to be okay, be happy, and improve. It was all about expansion. And it's paying off now. But these are the things to just say, thank you for being a believer. thank you for myself for doing the hard work of going in to train to become a a vinyasa yoga instructor, to take the time in to do the vocal training, to take the time in as it was my minor in college. And so please find the time to find recognition and reward in what you are doing currently, what you did and accomplished back when, and how now it can come full circle in your current life. Because there's more to come, my dear. Recognition and reward. Getting those collaborations, keep your eyes open. There's lots of opportunity here. Remember, we got material and spiritual. Material and spiritual prosperity come through. Yes, I got a ding going on here. So that was definitely a confirmation. We also have another 6 on the ground. We have another 6 on the ground. So we have 1, 2, 6, 3, nice, 6, 7. This is pretty good. Okay, so 6 of sword. We got some more air energy coming up. Moving on. So this person is literally holding, I think this is more like a compass. It looks more like a compass or some kind of amulet. But the point is, he's heading towards the light. He's leaving an entrance. He's going to the next circle of things. Now, traditional tarot, you will see a picture of a young lady and a small child in a boat as they're traveling with a person who's guiding the boat from rocky, crashing waves to something more calmer. And that is the sense of moving on from what is rough, what is a challenge, could be exhausting, to something that's more calmer waters. The moving on I'm getting is a beautiful metaphor of what was done in the past that may not have been to your liking. It's okay to stand your ground, but once again, this is confirmation, added confirmation that it's time to move on, my dear. It's time to move on. Why are we holding on to people, places, and things that mean us either no good, brings about negative connection, or negative experiences? It's like reliving and opening the old wound when the wound wants to heal, but you want to keep opening and picking at the scab. We don't have to do that, my dear. We don't. Once again, choices. Please, my dear, if there's a certain situation that is nagging you, is weighing heavily on you, on your mind and your head, it's time to find ways to release. It's time to switch that dial. It's time to, that negative memory is haunting you. Please cancel it out and think of something positive. Think of a positive moment or mental to help you guide you through this space and time. Remember, it's watery season right now with this Cancer energy. And again, a lot of memories may be coming up for you. Very nostalgic energy. Hold on to the happy moments as best as you can. I know it may sound easier said than done, but my dear, as my mama used to tell me, nothing beats a failure but a try. And so at these times and these moments, just like when I get very nostalgic about my mom, I shed my tears, I cry about it. And good Lord, if something happens and she shows up for me, she does. I see her birth date. I see some sign. I hear a song. I hear her. I get a message in my cards. It's something that's once again reminding me that she is still here. So I don't know what your situation is, my dear, but Spirit is constantly saying, and all throughout these cards, it's time to work hard with your mental. It's time. But we have to move on, move forward, stand your ground. There's triumph, success. There's something here. Prosperity is right here at your door. It requires balance, but it's here. Okay, and it's being recognized, and I'm going to honor this too because this is another one. Since we have the ace, that was underneath the deck. I love this. This is base chakra. That's your root chakra. First chakra. Come through. That's what I taught during my first yoga class. And this next one, I'm going up to the second chakra. But the importance of the first chakra, it is the home base. It's your foundation. It's your sense of survival. It's your sense of all needs are being met. Whether that's home, water, life, breathing, air, those things are being met. Remind yourself, my dear, that your needs are being met. And come back to that easiest space of gratitude when you feel that you're going down this tunnel of what the hell is going on? Why is it so negative? Why is this happening to me? Get out that woe is me and pour me another one. Pour me another one. It would not change the outcome. It is not beneficial to your health. And at the end of the day, who is it hurting more? It's hurting you. So it's time. You got choices. Always remember. All right. And so because it was the full moon of Capricorn, I was working with these particular cards. I was working with the career finance cards, as well as I decided to pull out what is it called? Guide to the Success Oracle deck. So I decided to stick with those same cards. Even for this reading and how to deal with Mercury retrograde and again the current energy. And so what does it do? It brings up these like famous people on the cards. And so there's 3 messages. One is how to make money. Number 2, how to keep hold of the money. And then number 3, how to give it meaning. All right. So the first one up is, her name is, her name? Christine Lagarde. Christine Lagarde. Okay. And so she is the president of the European Central Bank. Okay. Well, that's the information they gave. I don't know if she's currently that chick still in office. I have no idea, but this is what she looks like. I like that she has the world behind her and all this money come through. So let's start with the first message. How to make money. That message is overtime heals all wounds. Okay. Overtime heals all wounds. What does that mean for me? Honey, get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. And overtime heals all wounds. Just like I was just mentioning about scabs and wounds and a sore. Please give it. You have to work hard to let this sucker heal. Moving on. Putting the time, overtime in your healing of your wounds, my dear. It requires work. Now, how you see it, you can either see it as work or see it as a process, a test of sorts. But just know you can be triumphant in it, my dear. Now, how to keep hold of it? It says, let he who is without debt throw the first shade. Come through. Get your finances in order. So you have, again, there is material and spiritual prosperity heading your way, my dear. Utilize this to help you with past debt. Are you going with some kind of debt situation and you want to get up? You want to bring things back into balance? Get them credit cards together. Get that bank account together. Go back and check to see if you are paying for subscriptions that, in all honesty, you are not using, my dear. And don't let anyone who is over here talking crazy about your finances be the one who you're listening to. Like he who is without debt, throw the first shade. Because hear me, everyone has had some financial issues. The question is, did they learn from them? Have you learned from yours? It's all right. Moving on. Maybe that's what you're moving on from. Some financial issues or hurt of some financial moves that you made in the past. Well, guess what? That is the past, my dear. It's time to move on. What was the lesson you learned from that? And the question is, do you now recognize the signs so you know not to repeat it again? Yeah, come through. Yes, we're moving on. Yes. And then also give it meaning. The world, the world stage is no place for drama. Oh, I love that one. I love that one. You know what that comes to mind? The world stage is no place for drama. Please, I don't think you are that kind of person, but please, if you are, you got to stop airing your dirty laundry out in public. Everybody doesn't need to hear what's going on. If it's something dramatic in your life, going online to bash other people, places, whatever. Why? Because it goes back to balance and justice. Remember, this is also a justice card. Karma will come to those where it's supposed to go. It is not your job to dole out punishments. Your job is to make a decision to figure out the best way to navigate away from those people who mean you harm. Because hear me when I say, sometimes people get into a mode of venting, not realizing that sometimes when you're venting, you're adding on and you're attracting more negative energy. And you may be attracting the wrong energy from somebody else who's going to compile on your negative energy. Hurt people. And so they feed off of stuff. If they hear your bad news, well, they want to add on to your bad news. And now you got more bad news all around you. So my dear, please take heed. The world stage is no place for drama. So if there is something that you need to talk out or get off your chest, find the person that you need to direct it to. Talk to them face to face, send an email, send a text message, use ChatGPT if you need a nicer way to clean up whatever your dirty letter might be. If you had a couple of cuss words in it, take the time to send it through ChatGPT or some kind of format so that it can clean it up for you and make it more professional. But at least you will be standing your ground, and you will have triumphant success using your logical, your mental mind. Look, as my father says, your first and best brain to utilize and get that across. Remember, we're in Mercury Retrograde. It can go any way. If you come in to people nasty, it can go so many crazy ways. So to best protect yourself and your mental, my dear, diplomacy always, because justice will always be served. Remember that. It's a balance, my dear. Moving on. Underneath the deck was Bill Gates. Now, is he my favorite guy? No, not really, especially for what's that stuff? The seeds. I know it's a GMO. I'm not a fan of GMOs. I'm not. So even though he brought us Windows and all the software, Microsoft software, great, awesome. I love that he has foundations and he gives back to a whole lot of stuff. But I'm also a believer in balance. And so a lot of things that may have been done in good and good-hearted, Lord, I digress. I know, I like I said, I don't believe in the GMOs, and I do not. But there's a message here that must be shared. And so, how to make money. We could all use a little help processing. I like that. We could all use a little help processing. My dear, please reach out to your trusted tribe. Who are your trusted tribe? The ones who will listen with the empathetic ear, the one who will speak with you with compassion, the ones who will ask you if you want advice or if you want to talk about it or if you want to listen, if you want them to just listen to you, the ones who can provide you sound advice, the sound advice that leads you to success versus harm towards someone or yourself. Because one thing is about karma, there's an old saying, when you dig a grave for someone, dig two, because the other one is for you. And that is the truth. So make sure you pick someone who has solid information to help you in your healing and in your process of your emotions or processing of your words and your mental on how best to communicate or deal with a particular situation or circumstance. Come through. Know your tribe members. You know which ones you can go to, and you know which ones is about that body life. Those are the ones that you save them for later. Okay, this is not what you need right now. Come through. All right. Number 2, how to keep hold of it. Compatibility has no competition. Come on, compatibility has no competition. Again, when you're with like-minded energy, there is a synchronistic or symbiotic relationship you have with people. It goes back to this 3 of Pentacles. When you work well in collaboration and you work with your tribe, it's beautiful to know you have a tribe that you don't have to think about competition. That's not even your mind. That's not even your space right there. You just know you are there to work with one another, to help one another, to heal one another. This is why I'm always going to networking events. I am always here to support at a networking event. It's not just for me because I'm always wanting to learn new things, but it's also because I'm showing up and showing out because I love support. I love when people support me. And so I have to go and support others. I didn't have to go and all the way to Chicago to help celebrate an 80th birthday, but I was extended an invite and Spirit worked it out so that my schedule was clear. And then I was asked to sing and I went ahead and I said yes. And it was done with love and it was with my tribe because I have found my tribe. They support me dearly in the years and I love supporting them. It is a beautiful way of exchanging energy. And let me say this, that is also the Six of Pence. In traditional tarot, this card is pictured with a person standing in the middle where two other people are standing on the side. And there's some scales. And this person is passing out money because it's a give and a receiving kind of situation and a message. You must be able to give in order to receive. It is pumping the well of this universe. You have to give. So my dear, please know this, and this is a message coming to me right now. If there's a way of you giving back of your time, your money, your energy, please give it. Whether it's to a charity, to a friend, to a complete stranger. Pump the well of receiving and giving. You'll be amazed of how many blessings will come to you just because you took the time to do something for someone else. Please remember that. All right. And lastly, how to give it meaning. Charity XL. I swear I just read that. Charity XL. So that message of me saying what I had to say about charity come through. Give to in charity that you believe in, my dear. There are so many charities out here that need help right now, especially as they're supporting people. There's still people needing help with these fires happening in California. Now you got Texas and the floods. You got flooding in New York. There are so many charities out here that need your help, need your support. Pick one. Give of your time. Again, if it's not about money that you could offer, give of your time, give of your energy, give of a listening ear to someone who might need just someone to just listen to them as they vent, my dear. All right, sending out love. And then also I pulled out my career and finance cards, right? All right. We talking about Capricorn. Capricorn is all about that money situation. It's earth energy. It's about that material and career goals. And again, we're talking about Mercury Retrograde. So we want to stay in alignment with that. The first card up is unethical. Unethical. Come through. Oh my. That's making me think about stand your ground. Is somebody you messing with doing some unethical practices? And that's probably why you're going back and forth with them. Ooh, disagreeing with what they said or what they did. I get it. I understand. Come through. Let's read the messages. I like that his face says, don't lie. Don't lie. I like that. That's right. Your word is your bond. And I was talking to somebody else about that. And hear me when I say we're always spelling. So watch what you say, watch your thoughts and what you say, because a lot of times when you sit up here and talking about how you this hurt, that pain, or I feel like I've been shot at and this, that, another. Seriously, those kinds of words can attract you that same kind of situation. So please choose your words and your thoughts very carefully. They're very powerful. And so the three messages are unethical behavior can lead to some serious consequences. Unethical behavior can lead to some serious consequences. Again, it's about fighting battles and arming yourself or protecting yourself with your words and your thoughts. It's not about a physical. Come through. Someone is stealing or lying to you about money. Again, stand your ground. If you feel like someone is not being fair about a practice or something, it's okay to stand your ground. Just do it in a smarter way. Work smarter versus harder. Come through. Don't sacrifice your morals for money. I like that. Ooh, don't sacrifice your morals for money. A lot of times, and I'm seeing a lot of young people and a lot of young artists are putting themselves in situations where they are half naked on these stages or doing some or saying some of the most craziest things out here on public. I'm watching a young lady now crash out and now doing an apology tour of how she wants to change her life. I think her name is Sukiyana or something. I may be saying her name wrong, but I don't keep up with these artists, these names like that, because I'm very particular about what I allow on my mind or what I'm looking at. And so TV and things, and I'm still boycotting Meta, Facebook and Instagram. So and I will say this real quick. It has been a relief. Yes, am I missing a couple of things? They're like, "Well, did you see my event?" This I tell them, "Hey, send it to me directly. I'm offline." But I will say this: it's given me a sense of more peace, tranquility, and not having all of this craziness thrown at me. Now, I will keep up with YouTube, but I have my algorithm so set so that the stuff that I get is either happy feeling, positive, something I'm laughing at with puppies and cats or something like that, something spiritual, something to learn, things of that magnitude. So, but the point I'm bringing up about that particular artist is she has said some of the most crazy, foulest things out here for just the trend. And that's what it really was about. It was to trend. It was to be famous. It was for her 5 minutes of fame. And now this is stuff that she can't get back. The stuff is out here going viral. And I don't care, 10 years from now, it can be pulled up that she was out here talking about how people could lick this, lick that. And she's making these comments at the most craziest places in public. And now she's sorry for the things that she said, done, worn, or whatever. And it's a moment, it's a learning moment for us all, because you actually see where a compromise of her morals for money is making her so unhappy that she's been crashing out and literally trying to redesign her image. I'm sending energy that anyone who's out here wanting to restructure their life, restructure their image to something more positive, more enlightened, more elevated, that they're able to do so. Because there's always a chance to make a change for the more uplifted, the more elevated. And so I sending energy that she makes that transition. But it can be so hard depending on how much you are willing to sell your spirit, your soul, your morals for an almighty dollar. So my dear, back to what I was saying, stand your ground. If there's something you are holding on to, your moral, your ethics, your peace of mind, hold on to it, fight for it. You got this. You got this. And hear me when I say you will be rewarded for it, my dear. You will be rewarded for it. Come through. Spirituality and peace of mind, my God, there are a lot of people who wish they could pay for that, and you can't. It's something that has to be earned, something that you work towards, something that you allow to happen through your process, because everybody's on their own journey. So please stay on yours so you can be at peace. And then that way you can shine your light and guide others to shine their light. Yes, come through. And underneath the deck, we have a new money, honey. So once again, we have another card. There is money coming, my dear, if it's not already happening and you're receiving right now. I love that. I love that. New money. Okay, the 3, something new you've been working on will be very profitable. Something new you've been working on would be very profitable. Number 2, you should consider creating a new source of income. You should consider creating a new source of income. And number 3, if you have a money-making idea, do it. If you have a money-making idea, do it. So my dear, if you're given a situation right now where you are provided the opportunity to think outside the box, start something new, creative. Remember, we still have this ace. This ace is all about new ideas, new things, new visions, new prospects, new, and again, mental. So again, new ideas. It's time to utilize it. I love that light bulb with that $sign up in there. Hey, somebody sign a contract, signing some new deal. I love it. So whatever you've been working on, it would be profitable. Stay focused. Stay balanced. Stay grounded, my dear, no matter what's happening during this Mercury retrograde. And then, last but not least, I'm going to do Talking to Heaven. These are my Talking to Heaven cards. And so I love these cards. Why? Because I utilize these cards a lot when I need a message from my mom. And like I said, there has been a lot of transitions, deaths, rebirths, however you want to see it. But there has been some people who have left to go to the next level on this earthly realm. And so, my dear, right now, take a nice deep breath, inhale and exhale. And if there is someone that you want to connect to, and you are looking for a message from that person that has crossed your mind, you've been thinking about them, and they've been on your heart, on your mind, my dear, hold on to them right now as I do this pull, because I really do believe that legacy and love do live forever. It does. It does. And so it is our job to remember the happy moments. It is our job to remember the things that they've instilled or whatever lessons we learned from them, and to keep their legacy alive by talking, sharing with others what you learned. What was the funny memory that you had with that person and you were like, what in the world? And it just came to mind. And so, my dear, hold on, let me see something. I got my husband calling. And so I love it. That's a sign come through. But I will be, messages are here. And so, oh, come on. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Come through. All right. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. Number one, I always give you a good night kiss. First message, I always give you a good night kiss. Okay. Number two, it was my time to go. It was my time to go. It was my time to go. And number three, you know who you are and who these people are. If it was one or multiple people that you held into your mind, hold on. Here's another one. Someone was an animal lover. Somebody was I am surrounded by loving animals. I love that. I am surrounded by loving animals. Someone was an animal lover that you knew. Okay. Number two, it was my time to go. And number one, I always give you a good night kiss. When I did my reading and I needed a moment to talk to my mom, this is what came out. And so I'm glad that someone else is also receiving that same kind of love and support. That's a beautiful thing come through. Yes. And so, beautiful spirit, that concludes the reading on how best to work with this Mercury retrograde and an energy check-in with this Cancer energy, and our moon in Aries and our Jupiter now in Cancer. I've covered all things, my dear. And as I said before, I will be changing some things up, so it won't always be full moon readings and things like that. My schedule is being booked and I'm ready for it. I love it. Things are getting a lot busier, but I will figure out and as Spirit allows me, time to come and check in with you. Thank you so much for your support. I'm taking some time to be of gratitude and say thank you so much for watching the videos, for thumbs up, please. And if what you are looking at right now is soothing your soul, by all means, hit the like button, hit the share button, share with other people who may need a little bit of guidance or a word of inspiration and a message on how best to work with this Mercury retrograde. I'd appreciate it. It works well with YouTube as well. I need the support as it helps to bring things up so other people can find me that may need me in their spirit, in their space. I thank you so very much. And hit the notification bell over there on the side, a little bell, so you can always stay abreast of all things that I post and my events and things like that. And for additional information, like I said, I'll always link it down below. If you ever need a 15-minute free consultation, please, everything, the website, holla at your girl. That's what I'm here for. You know I got it. That's what I'm here for. So whether it's online yoga or coaching or just a reading or your natal chart. I love doing what I do. I love being of service. And this is what I love to do. Make sure people are having a good time, feeling good, and you will be entertained, my dear. And remember again, August 1st and August the 29th, I will be singing live. So please come and check that out. And if you want a free class of yoga, August 3rd, again, all information will be down below or on the website at yourclarityqueen.com, my dear. As always, remember to what? Shine your light. I am a firm believer if everyone wants to shine their light, and I mean brightly shine their light. Honey, no one will be in darkness. I am a firm believer that you never know who you may inspire. And seriously, I was somewhere. Oh, when I was in Chicago, I had a couple of people and a couple of people here tell me I'm glowing. I'm glad somebody's seeing I'm glowing. I've been having some time of sleeping, and I'm glad that people see I'm glowing. I am losing weight, all kinds of great things. My health is a lot better. My blood pressure has severely dropped down. I am on a journey of all kinds of things, and I'm winning, and I want you, my dear, to win as well. So stay in high vibration, stay in whatever you need. And if you need help with that, if you need guidance with that, reach out and holler at your girl. That's what I'm here for, to shine my light and get you to shine yours. All right. So again, hit the like, hit the thumbs, shout out to all. And until next time, enjoy these birthday celebrations. Be aware of this Mercury retrograde and know that once again, we will come through fighting through this. And probably because of this Leo, it's being retrograde in Leo season. Look, it's okay to stand your ground. Stand your ground. But again, do it wisely. Okay? More of this, less of less of that. Okay. All right. Take care, beautiful spirit. Until next time. Thank you for joining me and come through. And I'll talk to you later. Check out my podcast also on Spotify. I also have it on Spotify as well as YouTube. So YouTube podcasts and Spotify and a couple other podcasts. So check me out. Check out your girl. Thank you for your support. Take care. Bye.